Welcome to part 7 of pericyclic reaction. In this part, we are going to discuss sigmatropic rearrangements by PMO and FMO method. Rearrangement of sigma bond is known as sigmatropic rearrangement that we already discussed in part 1 of pericyclic reaction. These are the examples of sigmatropic rearrangement. Here this R is shift from position 1 to position 3. That's why this is known as 1-3 shift. Whereas in this example, that R it is moved from position 1 to position 5. That's why it is known as 1-5 shift. So in this way there is shifting of sigma bond, so known as sigmatropic rearrangements. Now this sigma bond may move to same phase or opposite phase of a conjugated system. So processes are of two types, supraficial process and intraficial process. When the migration of sigma bond across the same phase of conjugated system, it is called as supraficial process. Whereas the migration of sigma bond across the opposite phase of conjugated system is called as intraficial process. Look here, this hydrogen is shifted to the opposite side of conjugated system. Now let us discuss application of FMO method for the sigmatropic rearrangement. First, we take example of 1-5 shift. It is assumed that migrating bond undergoes homolytic cleavage, resulting in the formation of pentadienyl radical. So in this way, this is pentadienyl radical. Now pentadienyl radical, that means here there are 5 electrons. So these are the various energy level in case of thermally allowed reaction. Whereas these are the energy levels in case of photochemical allowed reaction. Because as you know, in thermal reaction, electron is present in the ground state, whereas in photochemical reaction, one electron is promoted to the higher energy level. So in case of thermal condition, Psi3 is highest occupied molecular orbital. Whereas in case of photochemical reaction, Psi4 is a highest occupied molecular orbital. Now as we discussed, in case of thermal process, highest occupied molecular orbital is Psi3. So this is the structure of Psi3. So similar signs are on terminal lobes. That's why here supraficial migration occurs. Thus, supraficial process is thermally allowed. Whereas in case of photochemical process, highest occupied molecular orbital is Psi4, which has opposite sign on terminal lobe, and therefore intraficial process is photochemically allowed. Now let us discuss application of PMO method for sigmatropic rearrangement. First we take example of 1-3 shift. The 1-3 supraficial shift occur via transition state with 0 node and 4 electron, and thus it is photochemically allowed process. As you know, 4 pi electron, 0 node, that means nothing but anti-aromatic, and anti-aromatic, that is photochemically allowed. So here 0 node, that means all bottom signs are positive, and that's why hydrogen shift occur from positive end to positive end. That means there is a supraficial shift and it is photochemically allowed. Now here if we give one node, then this sign is positive and opposite lobe is having a positive sign. That means now this hydrogen is shifted towards the opposite ends. That is nothing but intraficial process. Now since here one node is given, so as per rules of PMO method, 4 pi electron, one node, aromatic, so it is thermally allowed process. So in this way, antificial process is thermally allowed. Now let us take an example of 1,5 shift. Now in 1,5 shift, 4n plus 2, that is 6 electrons are involved here. If 0 node is given, then as per rule, 0 node, 6 electrons, then aromatic. Aromatic means thermally allowed. Now see whether superficial or interficial process. Here positive signs are at the bottom end, and that's why here superficial shift occurs. So superficial process is thermally allowed. Now if one node is given, then one node, 6 electrons, anti-aromatic, photochemically allowed. Since one node, that means here interficial shift occurs because opposite lobes are having same sign. Thank you for watching this video. For more interesting video, subscribe the channel. Thank you.